right back to the routine. So, you know, the whole thing, you know, I used to do a lot of golf scores with Andrew Rice with Revolution Golf. And so we do 4 or 5 of these things a year. And he used an expression instead of practice swinging called primer. And so again, like to me, the big part, and this is like Vision 54, P. and Leonard graded this. And more coaches are, you know, understand that, you know, behind a golf ball, like you have a chance to prime a feeling, okay? So on a driving range, I know I can give anybody an 8-iron, and I know I can give anybody 30 golf balls, and they're going to hit one good one, right? They're going to have one really pleasing shot out of 30 probably. And maybe some people might have, you know, 8 or 10 out of 30 that are pleasing. Some might have, you know, Justin Rose might hit 30 out of 30 solid shots. He's that good, right? So the whole idea of priming is that you might have 40 full shots in a round of golf, okay? So if you're working on, say, your elbow separation or this sensation in the backswing, a practice swing, it has to have a purpose, and it doesn't have to be full speed. It can be something that is, you know, mindful and slow. And if you watch Tiger in 2000 at Pebble Beach on YouTube, you'll see what I mean. And then he has a moment of, okay, that priming is over. And then he looks at his target, and he has a breath, and he walks in with his routine. He looks, he waggles, he looks, he waggles, he goes. So taking it to the golf course, I always tell people, I don't expect you to practice all day, every day. I think that's ridiculous. Like people always say, I'm gonna hit a lot of balls. I'm gonna practice. I'm like, no, you're not. Don't fool yourself. But what you can do is you can learn to prime your change so that every time you have a shot, I call it saran wrap, okay? You prime a feeling, and the primer might look like this. You might be just kind of going and pausing at P3 here for a second, and then, you know, swinging through. So that is one little layer of saran wrap. Then you have another shot that's 2 layers of saran wrap, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. And then pretty soon, this retracted scap and this trail arm that goes behind you now starts to look a little better. So say, for example, you do 10 rounds of committed priming practice events that only takes a second before you hit a shot, right? You've done 40 of those, 10 rounds, you've done 400. So that little piece of saran wrap that you can poke your finger through is now a thick, you know, piece of habit you cannot stick a knife through, right? So by kind of understanding the value of priming, which is practice swings, and then how to take a breath, how to walk in. And I always say you're going to have 1 of 3 things going to happen. You're going to hit a good shot, a bad shot, or an indifferent shot. You got to be able to live with all 3, and that's all fine.